When I was in school, one of my favorite projects was the infamous egg drop project. The idea is fairly simple. You have to construct a device that encapsulates the egg, and then the whole thing is dropped off of some high point in the school, say the back of the bleachers. However, I had issues with the way this project was done. Most egg drop projects follow the classic waterfall model of engineering. Students brainstorm ideas, build the device, and everyone tests their devices. If the egg breaks, you fail. If it survives, you get a good grade. Many rockets that carry humans to space have an emergency launch escape system. If something goes wrong during blastoff, the top piece can actually eject off the rocket and carry the occupants back down to safety. Here is a photo of an actual test of the Saturn V launch escape system. If rocket engineers follow the waterfall method like we do for the egg drop project, that would be like testing the launch escape system once with a live human in it. That's ridiculous! So I propose a new way to do the egg drop project, and we'll do it with the microbit. Instead of the waterfall model, we'll use the spiral model for developing our egg landing craft. The spiral model is divided up into 4 basic steps: identifying what needs to be done, brainstorming ideas, building a prototype, and testing the prototype. The thing is, we do this multiple times, so development often looks like a spiral out of this main idea, getting an egg to land safely on the ground. During the course of the project, you might make and test several prototypes, with the results leading into the next design cycle. That way, you can learn from your mistakes. When you're ready to deliver, you build the final product and test it. Hopefully, grades are assigned based on how well the students learn through each iteration, but that's not the point of this video. Instead of wasting precious eggs testing each prototype, we're going to be using the accelerometer in the microbit. In MakeCode, go into Input and drag an on-shake block to the workspace. Change the detection from shake to 8G. The default shake is quite sensitive, but 8G requires 8 times the force of gravity to activate this block. That's a pretty hefty shake. Get a Show LEDs block from Basic and snap it under our 8G block. Draw something to let you know that the simulated egg has broken. It could be a frowny face, but I'll draw an X. Get an On button pressed from Input and also drop it in the workspace. Get a clear screen block from Basic More and put it under the On button pressed block. Upload this to your microbit. Connect a battery pack to your microbit. I'm also going to strap the battery pack to the microbit using some electrical tape. Now, whenever we shake or drop the microbit too hard, it will simulate a break. We can just press the A button to reset it. The microbit isn't exactly like an egg. 8G is acceleration, and eggs break from force, not acceleration. Acceleration is just a measure of speed change, whereas force describes the interaction of 2 objects, such as between an egg and the ground. Also, it requires much more force to break an egg along its long edge than it does along its short edge. Finally, eggs can vary in their properties, such as size and shell thickness, which definitely affect how much force is required to break that egg. However, if we can build a device that experiences less than 8G during an impact after a fall, I'm betting the egg would survive. The materials you allow for an egg drop project are up to you. I often see things like straws, construction paper, and cardboard tubes being used. In high school, my class was limited to toothpicks and Elmer's glue. It seems that the microbit is much more sensitive to impacts than the egg. So I'm going to have to allow myself any household items to complete this challenge, including the ability to make parachutes. We'll pretend that this is the queen's egg, and it needs a nice, soft, cushy landing. There are generally 2 ways to protect the payload. The first is to slow the descent. The second is to cushion the landing. Let's try first cushioning the landing. I've built a cage for the egg out of Lego bricks and added shock absorbers on the sides. I'll slide the microbit into the cage and test it to make sure it's working. Note that before each test, I need to press the A button to reset it. Let's test the first prototype. 3, 2, 1. Well, the structure stayed mostly together, surprisingly. And yep, it looks like our simulated egg broke. Since that didn't work, I've added some plastic grocery bags to slow the descent. Here is the test for prototype number 2. Ooh.
Does not, nope, does not look like the makeshift parachutes even worked for this one.
The plastic bags were slowing down the escape pod a lot, but it wasn't enough. So I've cut 2 larger parachutes out of trash bags and even added holes at the top to help them stay open.
All right, here we go with the third test. All right, let's check it out. It looks like the microbit fell through the bottom pieces a little bit, but it stayed in there and there's no X. It survived.
Now it's time to test with the real payload. I'll remove the microbit and add the queen's egg. This thing needs to make a smooth landing or I'm in trouble.
All right, this is the test that counts. Here's the egg. And let's see it. It looks like the egg did fall through a little bit, but it caught it from the bottom here, which is perfect. I'm gonna break the egg trying to get it out of here. There we go. It survived, look at that.
I'm sure the queen will be happy about this one. If you'd like to see more fun projects like this one, check out the UCP Science Experiments site on makecode.microbit.org. Don't let one test determine how well your design performs. Learn from your mistakes. Testing and iterating on designs is something engineers do all the time. With that, I need to go make a much larger parachute for the rest of the queen's breakfast.